Hello and welcome to another episode of Patents Simplified. In this episode, I'll try to give you perspectives on whether to do prior art searches before filing patent applications. It is a controversial area and a lot of people have opinions on it, so I'll give you pros and cons and help you decide on your own. But before I give you those, here are some background points. Prior art could be anything. It doesn't have to be just patents and published patent applications. Most of the time people search for those because the patent office, when they're examining your patent, rely on patents and published patent applications, not exclusively but very, very heavily. But a prior art could be a book, another publication, a presentation at a conference, trade publications, or it could be product specifications. So doing a patent search is only part of the prior art search process. So it's never exhaustive. You may always miss things that you should have found. Also, the tools that you use are not perfect. They are essentially databases and query engines, and they find patents and patent applications based on the queries that you entered. But if you do not enter the right words, and if you if you do not describe what you're searching for properly, you may not find the patents that you should have found. So it is never exhaustive. It's never foolproof. If you're going to do a search, there are tools available at the USPTO website. There's a search facility there. You could do searches on Google, or my favorite, obviously, Patentory.com. You could do searches pretty intuitively and easily. With that background, here are some reasons why you do want to do patent searches. First, it is better to know more than to know less in general. If you do patent searches, you'll be better informed about your own intellectual property position, your competition's intellectual property position, and you'll know where the industry is. You may look at filing trends. You could see which companies are filing on which technologies. You may see how those trends are changing. Those are all bits of information not only related to your patent, but it could be related to your business strategy. In that case, it's better to know more than less. Also, if you are at the very beginning of the road, you are an individual inventor or an entrepreneur or startup, and you're trying to decide whether to pursue your invention further and start building it, making it, marketing it, which could take a lot more resources and a lot more time, you want to know if that's going to be your intellectual property or if it is owned by someone else. So in those cases, it is better to know now than two years down the road. But there are also reasons why you do not want to do patent searches. For example, if you're manufacturing something and selling it and you're trying to patent some aspect of it, and in the search process you find other patents that you may be infringing, then you're in a quandary. If you did not know those patents, and later on if you need to license them, you could license them and continue to manufacture your products. But if you know that those patents exist, you do not do anything about them. And later on, if you end up in patent litigation, the fact that you knew those patents may be construed as willful infringement, and there may be actually damages that are a lot higher. So there are reasons why you may not want to do patent searches. Here is another reason why you do want to do patent searches. Let's say in the process of doing a search for a potato peeler that you invented, you discover there are a lot of them that are similar, but then you may also discover that they're all made for right-handed people. It could give you the idea that, well, you can manufacture something for, or patent something for left-handed people, and it could be a new product or new patentable idea for you. Well, on the other side of it, here's another reason why you do not want to do patent searches. There's something called subconscious pollution of ideas. In the process of looking at a lot of patents, you may get some patents and put them in the subconscious conscience of your mind. Some ideas basically get into your head, and then later on, without noticing that you've you've learned them in another patent, you may start to get some of those features and put them in your product, thinking that you just invented them 2 months down the road. It is just human nature, and it does happen sometimes. So there is the chance that you could subconsciously pollute your own products or inventions down the road by seeing things that other people did right now. And it's an argument that other people give as well. So there are pros and cons. It is never foolproof to do searches. There are, reasons why you should and you should not do. My opinion is that on balance, I like to do patent searches, especially for those things that are new, that I have not invested money or resources yet, and I'm trying to decide if it is worth my while as an entrepreneur, as an investor. I do like to do patent searches, but you make your own decision. If you do choose to do patent searches, then I hope that you'll use Patentory.com. You don't have to, you can use other resources, but now at least you're more knowledgeable and you'll make a decision on your own, knowing the pros and cons. Thank you for watching, and see you in other episodes.